Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Madison, and if not, then welcome back. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my family's absolute favorite dining options, and that is character dining experiences. So every single time we go to Walt Disney World, without fail, we do at least one character breakfast or dining experience of some sort. 99% of the times we choose to do breakfast because it's a little bit cheaper and there's more variety for the breakfast options than a dinner. We love character dining because it's such a good way to get to meet a lot of characters at a time, and we're not necessarily a family that likes to wait in really long queues to meet characters like Mickey or Minnie, so we love being able to meet them with our breakfast. Getting an all-you-can-eat buffet in most cases, or even if it's family style, it's still more or less all-you-can-eat. They'll bring you more and more whatever you ask for. So we do think they're really great value for your money if you're doing them occasionally on your trips. So I've not actually been to 10 different character dining experiences, and so I don't want to rate ones that I haven't been to. So I'm just going to be going through the 8 that I actually have been to and ranking them from there. So number 8 is the Garden Grill. The Garden Grill is at Epcot in the Land Pavilion, and you can meet Mickey, Pluto, Chip and Dale. And I do love meeting Chip and Dale. I did have fun on this experience. I didn't love the dining options. The dining options are more or less like home style cuisine. So if you picture like Mama's Country Kitchen kind of thing, serving like roast chicken and turkey, mash, stuffing, like almost like a Thanksgiving meal. So it's very much home style. I had fun at this experience, but we did go for lunch and it ended up being quite expensive. My family was pretty shocked because we weren't prepared for it. This was way back, but yeah, I think it was about $55 a person for lunch. So it is an expensive dining experience. It is a cool place because it turns very slowly throughout the meal. So you get to see all of the Living with the Land attraction, but it just didn't really do it for me. I didn't walk away feeling like, wow, that was the best thing I ever did. And that's why it's at the end of my list here. So number 7 is Trattoria al Forno. This one is fairly new and it is at the Boardwalk. So at Trattoria al Forno, you can meet Ariel and Princess Eric, as well as Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. So it's a really cool character meet and greet experience in terms of the fact that it's not your standard Fab 5 characters that you're getting to meet. You're getting to meet face characters and you're getting to meet princes, which is super rare. I didn't think the food selection was that great. I ordered pancakes and I did get a stack about the size of my face. And we were also given pastries as well as drinks. But overall, I just thought I've had better food at other dining experiences. I thought the characters were absolutely great. They were super fun and super interactive with us. So I had a great time at that dining experience. Number 6 is Cape May Cafe. My family just did this one when we were in Florida in February of this year. It was the first time we'd ever done it. And obviously it's at my very favorite resort, the Beach Club. So I was very happy to be there. It is Donald, Daisy, Minnie, and Goofy. So we were a little upset to find out that Mickey wasn't there hanging out with everyone, but the 4 that we got were absolutely great. They're in their beach bash attire, so they've got on their beach clothes, their bathing suits, their sun hats, and stuff like that. This one is an all-you-can-eat buffet style, and I did think the food offerings were absolutely to die for, and the characters spent quite a good amount of time with us. So we were really pleased overall with that experience. Number 5 is an absolute classic, and that is Ohana at the Polynesian Resort. So the Ohana Breakfast is Lilo, Stitch, Pluto, and Mickey, and everyone's dressed up in their Polynesian best, so they've all got leis on, and it's just a really nice breakfast. It is family style, so you're given a giant platter for the entire table, but as I mentioned before, if you ever want more of anything, you can ask, and they'll continuously bring stuff out. This one's a really fun breakfast for kids because they do a little parade with like wooden maracas that the kids get to bring around, and Mickey and Stitch and Lilo and Pluto will all take them around the parade. So it's a really fun experience, and you also get to see the castle from where you're dining, so can't go wrong there. All right, number 4 is 1900 Park Fair at the Grand Floridian. So this is one of the locations that has a breakfast option and a dining option, and they're different. At breakfast, you get to meet Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter, Mary Poppins, Tigger, and Pooh. So being the Tigger lover that I am, I absolutely love going to breakfast here. And at dinner, you get to meet the evil stepsisters, Lady Tremaine, Cinderella, and Prince Charming. So this is an incredibly themed dinner. It's so cool to get to see all of them interact with each other. And at the end of the dinner, Cinderella and Prince Charming do a waltz together, which is absolutely gorgeous to watch. Both the breakfast and the dinner are all-you-can-eat buffet style, so the food offerings are great, as always, at most of these buffet locations. And both of them are just really, really great family-friendly experiences. One of the best things about 1900 Park Fair is that it's so close to the Magic Kingdom, so if you want to have breakfast and then pop over, or leave the Magic Kingdom for dinner and then head back, it's really easy to do just taking the monorail between the two. Number 3 is Akershus Royal Banquet Hall in the Norway Pavilion at Epcot. So this is a princess dining experience. You can meet a selection of princesses depending on the day. On the day that I was there, we were able to meet Ariel, Belle, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and Snow White, maybe? I forget. I think we met Snow White. So it was really a really great selection of characters. It is an all-you-can-eat buffet, and this one has a little bit of influence from Norwegian foods. So there's a Norwegian food section, and then there's like donuts and bagels and Mickey waffles and your traditional stuff. So it's a really great combination of the two things. If you want to try something that's a bit new and different to you, but still want that backup option in case you don't like it, which is always something I look for. The other thing that's really nice is that this is a great princess dining experience without having to pay to go to Cinderella's Royal Table. So you can meet the princesses at Cinderella's Royal Table for about $80 a head, which to me is just absolutely insane. I know you're in the castle, but it's a lot of money. And I think if you or your kids or whoever you're with really want to meet princesses and you're just on a bit tighter of a budget, this is a great alternative because they're going to be there and it's just as nice of an experience. All right, so number 2 is Chef Mickey's. Growing up, this was always the restaurant that we went to with my family. We love being able to sit in the Contemporary and watch the monorail go by. We love that you get to meet the Fab Five at breakfast in their chef attire. They're always so fun. And again, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, so the food options are to die for. This character dining experience is probably one of the harder ones to get, just like Cinderella's Royal Table and sometimes Ohana, whereas 1900 Park Fair and Cape May Cafe, places like that are usually a bit more flexible. So you definitely have to plan this one 180 days out, and it is one of the more expensive dining options, but if you want to meet all the classic Fab Five characters, this is the place to do it. It's right next to the Magic Kingdom in the Contemporary, so you can walk between the two in the morning. We always loved doing it growing up. It's great for kids to watch the monorail. Waving our napkins in the air is such a fun little party dance and such a fun memory from going every year. So definitely worth putting this one on your list. And number 1, my favorite character dining experience is the Crystal Palace at the end of Main Street in Magic Kingdom. So the Crystal Palace breakfast is a Winnie the Pooh celebration themed breakfast, and of course I love it because Tigger is there. You also get to meet Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore, so it's a really fun group, and it's in the Magic Kingdom, which just makes it a little bit more magical. The food, again, is an all-you-can-eat buffet, so the options are really delicious, and the characters are super fun. It's a super great time. This is another one where they do a little parade, so if you have young kids, it's a really good place to go because the characters will escort them throughout the restaurant in a little parade. For us, it's a great time just to stuff our faces so that we're done when the characters come around to take pictures. But we do love going to this character breakfast when we have the opportunity to. Overall, I will say for my character breakfast preferences that I prefer to do character breakfasts that aren't in a park. I really like going to the resorts for breakfast on non-park days, so I feel like I'm not wasting my time at a sit-down experience. During my college program, this was obviously very different because I could go to the parks whenever I wanted, so I was able to explore restaurants like Akershus and Crystal Palace and do those without feeling like I was losing park time. But I think now that I'm back to just going once or twice a year and having a limited amount of time in the parks, I really would recommend for people that are in those circumstances to do character dining on non-park days. The resorts, as you can see from this list, offer just as good of options as the parks do, and it saves you a ton of time, and in some cases it saves you a lot of money as well. So I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know what your favorite character dining experiences are. just drop them in the comments below and I'll make sure to respond. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon.